Hello and welcome to my video look at the Rantopad MXX mechanical gaming keyboard. This is one of the new versions in, and it features the genuine cherry key switches. Looking at the back section here will give you an overview of some of the features. This is a mono or white LED backlit keyboard. It doesn't have the multi-colours. You also have a detachable gold-plated braided cable, USB and N key rollover too. The other part of the box just shows you some of the features. Unboxing the package, we have some instructions included here. Also you get an acrylic key puller. This one is green, although you can pull the keys off yourself. It can help sometimes to use the key puller. Taking a quick look at some of the instructions, it's worth reading these because it tells you how to use the backlight functionality. And you'll also see the backlight modes that are available on this. You have ripple, breathing effect, and grid effect around the keys that you press, as well as a standard backlight mode. The included bundle with this is quite nice. You get a slipcover included here, so if you're traveling around you can put the keyboard and USB cable inside that cover. Feels quite nice. Also have the braided gold-plated lead. Now one of the connectors on this has a groove in it, so you can fit it into the keyboard. Moving in a bit closer on that, we can see that there's a Velcro wrap so to keep it tied together. You'll see the indents on the side there. That's the plug to go into the keyboard directly. Now finally we're going to have a look at the keyboard itself. This version is black in colour on the top plate. There is a gunmetal one around that I've seen. There might be a few other colour variations on this. Quite a nice small size. Obviously you are sacrificing the numeric keypad to get that size. Whether that will be a problem or not, I don't know. On the sides we also have the Rantopad logo. They're covered with plastic just to protect them out of the box. Moving on the right side near the cursors, you'll see we have the MXX logo. That lights up, but you can turn that off as well if you want to. It's not fixed with the lighting. On the back now, that's the connector for the USB port. And on the underside we have the rubber or silicone pads, 3 of them in total. The underside of this is plastic, although it feels quite sturdy. The top plate is brushed aluminium, it is metal. What I'm doing now is just going to show you some of the lighting key effects on the keyboard. This doesn't have a huge number. You have programmable keys. You can swap the keys around with other keys, and you have the sort of standard ripple effect and the wave. You can change the brightness, and you can also adjust the speed of the wave effect or the ripple, but it doesn't have some of the advanced sort of directional controls that you have on some keyboards. Probably not really a problem for me. I quite like the effect because it illuminates under the keys. It's certainly an attractive looking keyboard. Personally, I don't find the lack of the RGB LEDs an issue, but it would be nice perhaps if they made a version for this. The other thing to bear in mind is do check the keys out, the type of switches, because there are some variations and different people will have personal preferences on that. I personally prefer the brown and red keys. The black tends to have higher pressure. I tend to prefer the brown over the blue keys because you get the same sort of click feeling but without the acoustic noise. Some people do like the blue key clicking sound. I find that if you're a typer or a touch typist, you'll probably get on better with the brown and red keys, but do try and have a play around. Some people like the black ones, even though they're not that popular, but you can also get a bit of typing fatigue with those depending on how you type. So really it's worth having a look at the different switches if you can. Now the cherry switch that we can see here, these are the top rated switches for mechanical keyboards, but they come at a price, so the keyboard is a bit more expensive than the previous version which didn't feature cherry switches. I didn't have a problem with that with the one that I tried, but there's a bit of a price ramp on that. The only other area I'd change is perhaps an anti-spill design underneath.